Transfer news today. Welcome to LFC Transfer Daily News. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Liverpool's dream transfer and 7 more for free this summer. Liverpool can complete dream transfer and 7 others for free this summer. Liverpool had a quiet January transfer window, to say the least. The Reds opted not to make any new signings after the turn of the year, choosing to stick with almost the same squad that Arne Slot began the season with back in August. Federico Chiesa remains the only new addition to the Liverpool squad after being signed from Juventus last August. Georgi Mamardashvili will link up with the Reds squad in the summer after spending the rest of the season on loan at Valencia. January saw several players linked with moves to Liverpool despite the Reds not going into the market for new signings. The rumors will likely ramp up ahead of the summer window in the weeks ahead, where there could be some opportunities for Slot to strengthen his squad. Liverpool will be fully aware that they are able to sign players who are out of contract in the summer on pre-contract agreements, provided they play for clubs outside England. The Reds are in that situation themselves, with Trent Alexander-Arnold, Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk all out of contract at the end of the season. Across Europe, there are a host of players that are out of contract in the summer. It remains to be seen if Liverpool will be looking at the free agent market to bring new faces to Anfield, although it's possible some players may be of interest. Bayern Munich duo Joshua Kimmich and Leroy Sane are both set to be free agents in the summer as things stand. Both players have been linked with Liverpool in recent weeks, although there are rumors that agreements on new deals could be in the works. Kimmich was once described as a dream signing for Liverpool during Jurgen Klopp's time in charge. Ex-Reds midfielder Danny Murphy said, "In an ideal world, I would like a midfielder like Joshua Kimmich, someone who can dictate play in games, who is real top quality." Staying in the Bundesliga, and Bayer Leverkusen defender Jonathan Tah remains out of contract this summer. The Reds have been mentioned as potential suitors in the past, although some reports have suggested that the centre-back is more likely to move to Bayern if he is to leave Leverkusen. In terms of Premier League stars, Liverpool would have to wait until the summer to try and sign any players that are out of contract. Crystal Palace left-back Tyrick Mitchell and Nottingham Forest defender Ola Aina are both set to be free agents as things stand. Left-back has been a position that Liverpool have been heavily linked with strengthening in recent transfer windows. Aina, who plays at right-back, may be worth considering depending on what happens with Alexander-Arnold's future. Heading over to France, Lille duo Jonathan David and Angel Gomez may become some of the most sought-after players this summer. Both are out of contract at the end of the season, with David being linked with a move to Liverpool in recent months and is becoming increasingly likely to join a new club. Slot may also want to look at his homeland for potential talent, with one star from the Eredivisie also set to be a free agent. Olivier Buscagli's contract at PSV Eindhoven expires in the summer, with the centre-back captaining the Dutch club to victory against Liverpool in the Champions League last week.
Liverpool's challenge is exposed by £60 million deals as the deadline day switch falls through, making the move to Liverpool and the rarefied air of playing for one of the world's most recognizable and successful clubs can be a difficult step for many footballers. First-team regulars such as Andy Robertson and, more recently, Ryan Gravenberch are a testament to how it can take time for even the best players to make the adjustment. Leaving the club, though, is also not without its challenges, with it often, but not always, the case that players have to drop down a few rungs when moving away from Anfield. For younger players, the long-term task then is to work their way back up the ladder. And that isn't always easy, as evidenced by the travails of Bobby Clark during the last 6 months. Eyebrows were raised when, having worked his way into the first-team reckoning under Jurgen Klopp, Clark accepted the opportunity of a move to Salzburg to join up with former Liverpool assistant boss Pep Lijnders last summer and the prospect of potential regular outings in the new-look Champions League. For the Reds, the £10 million fee was an attractive proposition given the player's relative first-team inexperience and the fact Arne Slot was still to determine how the youngster could fit in his midfield vision. But it hasn't worked out for Clark, who turns 20 this week. While Salzburg progressed through the playoffs to reach the revamped Champions League first stage, Lijnders was sacked before Christmas after a disappointing run of results and claims from within the dressing room of preferential selection treatment for both Clark and Stefan Bajcetic, who was on loan from Liverpool. Bajcetic is now spending the rest of the season at Las Palmas, while Clark has started just 2 of Salzburg's last 10 games. one of which he was substituted at halftime. And that prompted links on Monday's deadline day of Clark making a swift return to England and a loan move to the Championship, a transfer that seemed in the offing at Liverpool during the summer before Salzburg swooped. Clark's travails echo those of other players who have left Anfield during that transfer window. Of those in their 30s, both Thiago Alcantara and Joel Matip were compelled to retire, while Adrian, now 38, has only recently been elevated to first choice between the sticks at Real Betis. Harvey Blair, signed by Portsmouth for £300,000, has made just one appearance in 4 months. Melkamu Frauendorf is with Hanover's reserve team in the German third tier, while Mateusz Muzialowski has made only 7 outings for Omonia Nicosia. Better have been the experiences of left-back Adam Lewis, who was a regular for a Morecambe team edging away from the foot of League Two, and centre-back Billy Commicio, who was a first-teamer for Dundee in the Scottish Championship before injury in late December. But the mixed fortunes of Liverpool's most recent batch of departures can be best encapsulated with the 2 players who moved to Brentford. While Sepp van den Berg's move, for a fee of up to £25 million, can already be deemed a success given his regular starts, Fabio Carvalho, who could eventually bring in £27.5 million, has started just 3 Premier League games. Life after Liverpool, then, is often less than straightforward in the short term. How Clark and Carvalho fare for the remainder of the season will make for intriguing viewing. Liverpool Transfer News Live. Jadon Dan's move, defender exit, Ben Doak blow. The January transfer window is now closed, with deadline day proving to be a very quiet one for Liverpool yesterday. The Reds decided against making any new signings late in the day, with just a couple of outgoings to keep fans busy during the final hours of the window. Under-21's midfielder Dominic Cornice was the first to depart on loan to Gillingham, followed by Kyde Gordon as he made the temporary switch to Portsmouth. There was also a late announcement on Tuesday morning, with news that Luca Fernelgil has signed for Tottenham Hotspur. Jadon Dan's could add to the delayed transfer confirmations and is expected to join Sunderland on loan. There aren't any problems anticipated, and the announcement should be made soon. But while some of Liverpool's youngsters were heading out on loan last night, for one player already away from Anfield, there was some bad news. Ben Doak looks set for a spell on the sidelines while with Middlesbrough, having picked up a thigh injury in training. And the Reds will be waiting to hear the full extent of Trent Alexander-Arnold's injury after he was forced off against Bournemouth. Liverpool will at least be glad the window is now closed, with no more offers coming from Real Madrid for their vice-captain. Viana leaves Sporting. Early Sporting Lisbon has confirmed Hugo Viana has left his role early as the club's sporting director and will start sooner than planned at Manchester City. Viana had been set to replace Tsiki Begiristain this summer, but it appears the former Newcastle United midfielder will spend some months getting to learn the ropes first. That could include planning early for next summer's transfer window. Finally confirmed the news we've been waiting for. Dan's has joined Sunderland on loan for the remainder of the season, and Liverpool has confirmed the player has pinned a new long-term contract at the same time. However, Sunderland has revealed a minor injury discovered in the player's medical will prevent him from immediately meeting up with the squad and will require a period of rest. Thanks for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.